Happy Monday, scholars. I hope you had a great weekend. I want to go over your assignments for this week. So, this week's going to be a little bit lighter. You are going to wrap up India's caste system. So, this week's going to cover today, April 13th through Friday, April 17th. So, the first thing you're going to do is I just wanted to have a check in. How was your Easter Sunday? Tell me at least about one fun thing you did with your loved ones. For Easter Sunday, it could be something as simple as having breakfast. That's what I did. My dad and my sisters and I got together and we had breakfast. We don't have any kids around in our lives right now, so we just had a breakfast, a fun brunch with them. So that was something I did. It was fun because I got to communicate with my family. I got to have some interaction time, and I love breakfast, so that was fun. So that would be my response. I would start typing it here. Don't forget, delete that. You just highlight, delete, and start typing your response here. And I'll leave it like this. After you are done with this, hopefully you completed your L&L work first. And then you're going to go into our daily checkout Google form and quickly tell me your name. How are you doing? Do I need to contact you? How is COVID-19 treating you? And anything on your mind today. I love reading when you guys share what's on your mind, so please do so. And then you're going to be done for Monday. I do want you to notice my cool little GIF. Happy Easter to my peeps and none other than you guys. I miss you so, so much. And I'm kind of sad we didn't get to celebrate this in our classroom. So moving forward, Tuesday, I do want to have a review. A couple of you were not able to watch the video from last week. So I included this to make sure you do have that review. So you're going to complete this review Nearpod lesson. Once you start, you can't come back. It should take about 30 minutes. And then don't forget to do your daily checkout after. I embedded the link here. I also embedded the link on the image. So you choose where you want to go to it. I'm going to go through the website. And here is your Nearpod for this week. Don't forget to put your first and last name. And I do want to mention a few slides on this review lesson. So I'm going to skip through these. The first one is the poll, open-ended question. Here, as people start submitting, you should be able to. But what does this graph tell us about the realities of being anything we want, at least in terms of income levels? So obviously you're looking at nothing. So you're wondering, what am I looking at? You're looking at this image. Click on this image to enlarge it. And here's a chart. Probability of children's income level giving parents' income levels. So children born into low-income families are likely to remain at the low end of an income distribution as adults. This is based on data. So here it tells you where this data came from, what it is. So you're going to analyze this, and then you're going to tell me your thoughts and how you make sense of this chart. Okay? The next one I wanted to talk about was this. I didn't enable it because we're not collaborating, we're not in class, but it's this one. So caste system, it tells you a little bit about the castes. Once you click each slide, it has different content. So make sure you do scroll down and click on these, and it's just review. Here you're doing a matching game. So remember, you click this arrow to pull it up, but you're going to click on these two and see if they match. Those two didn't match, so I got a red. Then these two match, so I got a green. So you go ahead and play this quick game and match. This is an excellent video. So for this one, you are going to have to scroll down and you're going to have to, I'm getting emails, sorry. You're going to have to click play.
India's caste system is one of the world's oldest social hierarchies.
Don't forget you can enlarge it.
3,000 years ago and still deeply influences the lives of Indians today.
Very interesting video. Once you're done watching this video, the next slide is going to ask you about that. So complete the following chart based on the video you just watched. You also have your notes from last week. So for Brahmins, how would you describe them? Don't forget here you're adding the text box. Remember I showed you when we were in class. Don't forget that with these arrows, you get to manipulate your text box. Like for me, I'm going to make it this long. And how would I describe Brahmins? Brahmins were God-like. And then I'm going to put comma, and you can just list or you can use a complete sentence. It is up to you. Then I'm going to keep mine. I should have kept my God-like. And then I'm going to go to Kustrayas. Kustrayas, they also need one. So I'm going to go ahead and click outside of this, go to my highlighter so it unclicks it. Text box, I'm going to add my new text box. I'm going to move it over to Kustrayas and make sure it doesn't go into the Vaishas. And then I'm going to start typing my answer here. Once I'm done, once again, I'm going to click on the highlighter just because I want to get out of the text box. And I'm going to keep doing this until all of them are created. Don't forget, you can put words and separate by commas if you're going to list. If you're going to write complete sentences, write a sentence to describe each of these social classes. Then you are going to move on to the investigate, which is going to give you an article. It's a really interesting article. You've seen on my screen, the article automatically popped up, and here it is, the history of India's caste system. Very interesting article. I enjoyed reading it. I hope you do this the same. It's very short. It's not very long. Once you are finished reading it, you are going to close the article window down and then move on to the quiz, which is 2-question quiz. For the article, I do want to point, if it doesn't pop out like it did for me, you click on this and then it will pop up for you. So once again, you click on pop open web page and your article will pop up. You complete the quiz and then you're basically submit anyways. I didn't answer it. Then you're going to answer this open-ended question to wrap up our India social class. So it's about the article. And it's going to ask for your opinion. Don't forget to proofread. Oops, I accidentally clicked on notes. Once you are finished, you're done. You submit your Nearpod and you are all finished with Tuesday. Once again, don't forget to click on your daily checkout to let me know how your Tuesday went. Finally, we move to Wednesday through Friday. You are not going to complete anything else besides this, and that is your fabulous mind mirrors. Last week in our Zoom meeting, I explained this. We talked about it. You guys brought up some great questions. I answered those questions. Make sure if you're not logging in on Friday Zoom that you are logging in. So if you do feel a little confused, I have the moment to clarify that for you as well as your peers. So I did include 2 pictures from my former students. Actually 3 pictures from my former students. So here you will draw a mind mirror of the 3 social classes of your choice. On Friday, we had set all 5, but I don't want you to feel burnt out or not enjoy creating these mind mirrors. So I decided to go with 3. So think of which 3 you want to draw, and you will share your work with your classmates on Flipgrid. So here are 3 that were created. I love this one. They added tattoos, and the tattoos, they added the answers for the questions that you need to include in your mind mirror. I also love, instead of eyes, they use words. Here you see 2 instead of a mouth, they use words. And the ears, they decided to add some of their information. And here we had talked about this one on Friday. So here are the expectations for your mind mirror. You will be creating a mind mirror of the 3 social classes of ancient India. Draw them on a piece of paper, preferably a white piece of paper, but if you don't have one, then use your spiral. So first you're going to start by drawing the head. So I would start with the upside down U, then you have your ears, then you have your U, and then you have your other ear. Then you decide how you're going to create your mind mirror. Once you have drawn out the head, you're going to select the 3 social classes you're going to be drawing. You decide which 3. Remember, each paper is for each social class. Each mind mirror. So don't do them all 3 in one paper. You need one separate paper per social class. Then after you draw the outline of the head, you're going to write what social class are you drawing. These were some that I pulled up from the internet. So here you have a name. Here's maybe I would write untouchables, or I would write Vaishyas, depending on which one you want to draw. After you write the name of the class, you're going to write your own definition of that social class. You can write your definition in a cloud in the back. You can write it as in the forehead. You can do it any way you want. Be creative. If you're going to copy the definition from your textbook or one of the articles you've already read, don't forget to cite. Give credit to where you're copying that definition of. Then you're going to write a word, phrase, or sentences of how society viewed you. So for example, if I am a Brahmin, the perspective that society has of me is probably very godly-like, very admirable. So here you see how this group, they wrote in the neck as a neck tattoo. So you decide. So say, and when you record your Flipgrid, you're probably going to say, the perspective that I said that society has of me is that I included here in my neck is that they see me as very godly like. And then I would read it too, so my flip graders can hear and read what they're saying, and they won't have to squint their eyes to see my writing. Then, after you write society's perspective of you, you're going to once again do the same, either with the word or phrase or phrases, say how you view yourself. So, for untouchables, because society frowned upon them, they didn't even want their shadow casted on them. Most likely, untouchables had a very low self, perspective of themselves. So, you write it anywhere you want. The last thing you need to include in your mind mirror is you need to select a song or a quote a song or quote parts of a song that represents your cast. It does have to be student friendly, so no profanity is allowed. I will repeat that: no profanity is allowed. And then you're going to tell me why you selected that song or those parts of that song to represent your cast. So, for example, one was my previous years, they quoted the song by from Lil Wayne, "I Just Want to Die." Now that song does have a couple of inappropriate words, so they didn't talk about that. They just said in that song, Lil Wayne talks about how he was kind of depressed. He was in a dark place and he felt very poorly of himself. And that is why they tied in this song to an untouchable. So there they kind of explained it, and they still didn't use any profanity, which is okay. So make sure you do not use anything that is not appropriate. And don't forget to explain why. And the very last thing I want to make sure that you have is to be creative. We don't get many chances to be creative in our class. So I really want to see how creative you are right now. You have a lot of time on your hands. So I'm expecting some beautiful mind mirrors that I cannot wait to see. So this is what the mind mirror assignment is. The instructions are here. I numbered them in steps for you to make them easy as possible for you. The last thing is continue working on your 3 mind mirrors until Friday. On Friday, upload into Flipgrid. On your Flipgrid, if you click there, I put the link there for you. I also put it down below in the speaker notes. So I do want to show what the Flipgrid looks like. So once you go into the Flipgrid, here it is, independent study, and it's the mind mirror, and I put the Indian flag. It says record your 3 mind mirrors. You don't need to show your face since your audience needs to see your fabulous work, kind of like your refugee one-pagers. Don't forget to explain what you included and why on all 3. Next, your peers will be able to view and comment on your mind mirrors. This is not until next week. I need to review them over the weekend. And then the next week I will give you access to view everyone's Flipgrids, and you're going to have to comment on theirs. Don't forget you click on the plus button. Why it says moderate is because I gave you 3 minutes to talk about that. So about 1 minute per mind mirror. You are going to have to flip through your mind mirrors. Remember, you have the pause button on Flipgrid, so you can pause your camera, put your new mind mirror underneath your camera, and then begin recording once again. So you have 3 minutes. Do not record your face. You're recording your work. And don't forget, explain what you included and why. Don't just show us your beautiful mind mirrors with all these great song lyrics and phrases, and we can't even see them. Make sure you read them out loud to us, and you can say, here I included the words high self-esteem and grateful, because Brahmins had high self-esteem and they felt very grateful. They had good karma. They were good human beings. So because they believed in reincarnation, they were brought into Brahman. So they thought that. And then I included a halo because they were viewed as godlikes or anything like that. Okay. I am excited to see your Flipgrids that will have your fabulous mind mirrors. And I hope you have a great week. And I hope you get creative and stay creative since we have a lot of time in our hands. If you have any questions, please email me with your specific question, not just a broad question where I don't know how to help you. Be specific, Ms. Vargas. I'm not quite sure how to draw head, and then I can tell you upside down U, ears, then you make the U. So let me know if you need any assistance. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday, and I look forward to seeing your mind mirrors for this week. Have a great week. Stay safe and healthy, and I can't wait to see some of your fabulous work. I know I have a lot of artists in my classes.